Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, my name is Court. Today we are here to pick my September TBR. September is my birthday month. I asked over on my Instagram poll how I should pick my birthday TBR. You guys voted that I should have Instagram choose my birthday TBR. So for the month of September, I will be picking books to put on Instagram. You guys vote on them for my TBR. This is very scary to me. I like this idea. I'm very excited for this idea. Will be upset if something doesn't win. Without further ado, let's just get into it. I'm going to tell you what I will be making the polls as, and then I will go ahead and make the polls and post them on my Instagram, and we will come back 24 hours later and go over everything that you guys chose to be on my September TBR. We'll also go over any other hopefuls I have for September and pull my 12 rack from 12 friends out of the box and go over everything on my September TBR in total. So let's just get started by picking some opponents. Shall we? I have my first one chosen here because I knew this is a poll that I wanted to do. It is a reread poll. I'm going to do between these two because I'm definitely going to reread both of these in September for my birthday. I just need to know which one will be on my TBR. So both of these are my favorite books, like ever. We have If We Were Villains, which is my favorite book of all time. I plan to reread September 1st without a doubt every year. And Curated, which is a very fall indie romance book set at a museum. They are a historian and he is a paleontologist. So we are going to do this poll first, choosing my first fall reread, my favorite books. I'm going to reread both of them, it doesn't matter, but whichever one wins will be on my TBR. There is that poll. We have it up. We will go on to the next one. I want to do a poll maybe of arcs because I have some September arcs here that I really want to get to. Like I have Fake Skating by Lynn Painter. This comes out September 30th, so I think this will be a good option. And then I'm between these two. Falling Like Leaves, which is a YA Gilmore Girls meets Jenny Han fall rom-com, or Hopelessly T-Voted, which is, I think, just like a witchy rom-com. See, I feel like this comes out the 16th, and this comes out the 2nd, so I feel like I should read this rather soon. So we're gonna go between Fake Skating and Hopelessly T-Voted for an arc poll, picking my September arc. That will be poll number 2. We'll get that poll up and voting on for our second pick for our TBR. We're gonna do 6 total. Let's see. I feel like we have to start a new series, and both of these series are on my fall TBR. So we are going to go, which series should I start? The Naturals or An Ember in the Ashes? This is going to be a poll itself. I didn't know how to make these polls, if I should do it by emojis or what, but that's what I'm doing. I'm doing them by emojis, as you guys can see. So you guys won't know which books they are until you watch this video, unfortunately, but make sure you watch the video. I don't know. Which series should I start? Both of these are highly anticipated series that I have on my fall TBR. They're both 4 books each, so it's pretty equal. This is a YA mystery series, Criminal Minds Coded. This is is it YA fantasy? I think it is YA fantasy series, also 4 books. So this will be our third poll. Both 4 books, both on my fall TBR. Which series should I start? I think that is an excellent poll. I'm in the middle of a lot of duologies and a lot of series. So I could either do, which duology should I finish? I could do both. Let's just do both. Which duology should I finish? We're going to do between Rebel Witch, which is the Crimson Moth duology. This is the second book. The first book is Heartless Hunter. I read earlier this year. No, I read this last November, so I really need to read the second book. And Two Twisted Crowns by Rachel Gillick. I read One Dark Window in a day earlier this year. I really need to read this, but I was saving it for the fall. These two, which duology should I finish, will be a poll in itself. So that will be our 4th poll. We'll have that poll up and going. We have 4. We're gonna do a series and maybe like a romance. Yeah, I think that will be good. So I have these two that I could make a poll on which series should I continue, because both of these are going to be trilogies, I believe, but neither of the next books are out. I also have these two, which I'm in the middle of, both of these series. This would finish a series, this would continue a series, but I'm leaning more towards the others because of the fall. I'm leaning more towards these because these are more fall and we're getting into September. So I think our which series should I continue poll will be between Hellbent, which is the second book in the Alex Stern series. This is Yale Secret Societies, and Vengeful by V.E. Schwab, which is two rival ex-best friends who did their project on near-death experiences and adrenaline have found out that they can now have superpowers. One friend thinks that everyone with superpowers should die, and the other friend thinks that he's crazy and is trying to kill him so that he doesn't harm everyone with superpowers. This is book 2. There's going to be 3 books in both of these series. So this will be our 5th poll. Which series should I continue? And then I'll just have to wait for the 3rd book. I plan to read both of these in the month of September, but one of them will go on my September TBR for sure. We'll get that poll up. That poll, I don't care which book wins, to be honest. And finally, we're gonna do a romance. I have some romance here. I definitely want to do this book as one of them. This is Morbidly Yours by Ivy Fairbanks. This is a... what is he? He's not a gravekeeper. What are they called? An undertaker. He's an undertaker in a graveyard. And it's set in Ireland, and she moves there, I think. It's friends to lovers romantic comedy about finding love after loss. Very fall. I really want to read this, so this is definitely one that's going on the romance poll. We can either do a K.L. Walther book, or this one, I think, is the other one that we're going to put in the poll, which is Not a Strong Enough Word by Ali Samberts. This is a second chance, I believe. It says his fate brings them back together. Old passions reignite. He fears history will repeat itself. She walked away once, but as they navigate love, loss, and the weight of the past, she and Ryan must be strong enough to rewrite their story before it's too late. Yes, these are what we are going to put as our romance poll. So we'll have Not a Strong Enough Word by Ali Samberts and Morbidly Yours by Ivy Fairbanks as a little romance poll. So we'll get that poll going, and that is all 6 of our polls. We'll meet back here. It will be like a second for you guys, but 24 hours for me to see which of these books won and the rest of my September TBR. We'll pick our 12 book from 12 friends. I'll tell you some of the releases I'm anticipating. Anything else I'm hopeful to read in the month of September. As it is my birthday month, I have such high hopes for this month. Gonna go book shopping. I'm breaking my book buying ban for my birthday. So it's a very exciting month. We'll meet back here in a second for you guys. But 24 hours and see which of these books won their polls. Ready? Transition. It's 24 hours later. Did the transition work? We don't know. Probably not. I'm not that great at transitions. What are you gonna do? It's 24 hours later. Let's see what we're reading in September. And some other hopefuls and things like that. I have lots that I want to read in the fall. Fall is my favorite time to read. If you haven't gotten that yet, my fall TBR will be coming soon. All of those I plan to read in September. October also, but I want to read as much fall-esque books this fall as possible. I love reading in the fall, so give me all of it right now. Let's see what won our polls, shall we? Let me just take down the books that we chose for our polls real quick, and we'll just go ahead and start. These are not going to be in any order that I put them in the polls because, frankly, I forget. So our first poll, and the one that I'm most excited about, was our reread poll. For the poll, I decided to use emojis to cover up the books, so nobody knew what the books were unless you could guess based on the emojis that I used which books were in what polls. So yeah, no one knew these were what you were picking from. If you voted, thank you so much for voting. If you want to participate in future things like this, make sure to follow my Instagram in the description below. Our first poll is our reread poll. It was curated by Nellie Wilson up against If We Were Villains by Emil Rio. 2 of my favorite books of all time. I plan to read both of these in September, which just one knocked off my TBR either way, but this is what the poll looks like. We had If We Were Villains, covered up by Theater Masks an open book because there's not really like a play emoji or like a, a scene, playwright emoji, anything to do with plays other than the theater masks. So I decided an open book would do. Shakespeare, the vibes. And also a broken heart, because if you know, you know. Then we had it up against curated, which had a dinosaur over it because he is a paleontologist. A museum type building. I don't think they have exactly a museum, but I tried to pick the one that looked the closest to like a historical building or museum, and a pencil because it is a university museum that they work at. If We Were Villains won the poll 54% to 46%. So If We Were Villains is our first book on our September TBR. This was getting read either way. September 1st every year. It's going to get read either way. That's just one checked off of our TBR, so not that surprising. That's why we're going to do that first. The second poll that I had up was on my ARC poll. Both of these come out in September. They are September ARCs. We had Hopelessly T-Voted. This is by Audrey Goldberg Ruoff, I think is how you say her name. You tell me. This comes out September 16th. And Fake Skating by Lynn Painter, which comes out the 30th of September. I had Hopelessly T-Voted with a crystal ball, a little black cat because there's a little cat on the cover, and a little T because it's Hopelessly T-Voted. And then Fake Skating was an ice skate, a little teal heart because this is so teal, and a little fake face because I couldn't think of another thing to put, and because it says fake skating, I'm assuming they're fake dating. I figured why not. Hopelessly T-Voted outshone Fake Skating 71 to 29%. So I hope to read both of them in the month of September, obviously, but Hopelessly T-Voted is the one going on our September TBR. Then we had a romance poll with Not a Strong Enough Word by Ali Samberts and Morbidly Yours by Ivy Fairbanks. This I just put a little paper with a pencil because there's lots of papers on the front, some glasses because there's a pair of glasses right here on the cover, and a black heart because there's not a dark purple heart, and it gives dark vibes. Not that the book gives dark vibes, but the cover is dark, so I put the black heart. And Morbidly Yours, I put a shovel because it looks like it's set at a graveyard and he's holding a shovel. A four-leaf clover because this is set in Ireland, and there's a little clover in the O of Morbidly. And lastly, a red heart because she has red hair. There's no other reason. I didn't want to put a green heart next to the green clover because I feel like that was too on the nose. Those are our romance polls. It was close, but Not a Strong Enough Word won 59% to 41%. So Not a Strong Enough Word by Ali Samberts. I just got this book signed by the author from her store. This is getting traditionally published. This is the indie version. It will be traditionally published soon, I believe. I wanted to get my hands on the indie version of it, so I'm super excited to read this in the month of September. Next was a poll. I didn't really care which one won because I'm going to read both of them. It was continuing a series. We had Hellbent by Leigh Bardugo and Vengeful by V. Schwab. Both of these are second in a trilogy, I believe. They are both not completed series. Both of them are waiting for the third book to come out. But we had Hellbent with a rabbit, a shushing emoji because of the secret societies at Yale, and a graduation cap again for Yale. And then we had Vengeful with a knife, a magic wand, and a real human heart because if you know anything about these books, they are battling to the death. So that gave Vengeful vibes. Again, I wasn't really particularly picky on which one of these won because I plan to read both of these and continue both of these series in the fall at some point because I love both of them. Both of them are 5-star first books, and I think both of these are going to be a 5-star for the second book. I'm just scared to not have anything left to read until the next one comes out, but I can't wait any longer, and perfect to read in the fall. Vengeful won 64% to 36%, so this one is going on our September TBR. Can't get enough of V. Schwab, so I'm not mad at that. Our fifth poll was finishing a duology. I have 2 of these duologies that I'm in the middle of that I really, really want to finish this fall. So again, didn't really care which one won. I would prefer one more than the other, but that's okay. We'll just read both. We had Two Twisted Crowns with a cloud, because there's not like a mist emoji, so you get the cloud, you get the gist. The Joker card because of the cards and the magic behind the cards in this duology, and a tree because the tree's on the cover and the meaning behind the trees in the actual story, if you know. And then we have Rebel Witch, which is the second in the Crimson Moth duology. I didn't know what emojis to put because there is not a moth emoji. So I put a butterfly, a witch, and some swords because he's a witch hunter. And that apparently did it, because this won 65 to 35. So Rebel Witch is going on our September TBR. I really, really wanted this to win. I will probably still read this in the month of September at some point because I need to finish this duology. And I love Rachel Gellig's writing. And our last poll was starting a new series, and I really wanted one of these to win more than the other because I'm just in the mood for one of these more than the other one. But we had The Naturals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, which is a YA mystery thriller series that's Criminal Minds-esque, but they're teenagers working for the FBI because they have special abilities. And An Ember in the Ashes by Sabah Tahir, which is a YA fantasy series. Both of these series are completed series and have 4 books. This one, I believe she is looking for her brother, and she's a spy from within the Empire's greatest military academy. Sounds so interesting, but I really want to read The Naturals. The Naturals is giving more of a fall vibe. When I'm deeper into the fall, winter, I feel like, and in a fantasy mood, I'm going to eat this series up, but I really want to read this. I'm in a thriller Criminal Minds mood. I'm in my rewatch of Criminal Minds, and I think that's why I really want to read this. For this book, I put a little fingerprint puzzle piece because of the little puzzles on the cover, and an open file, like an FBI file. This one, I put just a sword, a phoenix, because Rising from the Ashes gave Phoenix vibes in the red on the cover, and a shield because I didn't know what else to put. The Naturals won 60 to 40, so I'm super excited that I will be starting the Naturals series by Jennifer Lynn Barnes in the month of September. I cannot tell you how excited I am to read this series. I have been waiting for a moment to read this. It's also on my 25 for 2025, which is super exciting. I literally cannot wait. Fear I'm going to binge this entire series. I have all 4 books. I bought the box set. I'm pretty sure for my birthday last year or sometime last year. That light just magically turned on. But The Naturals is our last and final book on my September TBR that you guys picked for me. I'd say all in all, this is a very good TBR, very dark, gothic. The light keeps turning on. I'd say that you guys picked a very good TBR. I'm really excited for this month of reading. Very dark vibes, which is what we want for the fall. We have my favorite book of all time. We have some romance. We have a V.E. Schwab book. We have a fantasy and a mystery thriller. I mean, I don't think it can get much better than that. There she is in all of her glory, my September TBR. Now, we must find out the 7th book on my TBR, which is my 12 rec from 12 Friends that I must read in the month of September because I haven't missed one yet. Let's see what we get. There's not many left. There's only 4 in here, so we'll see what we get. Face Off by Chelsea Curto. I have heard nothing but good things about this hockey series, and I'm super excited to read it. I have been putting it off because I knew it was in here. I've been dying to read this series, but I've been putting it off because I knew it was in here and knew I'd have to read it for whenever month we pulled it out of the box, and we pulled it out on my birthday month. I can't wait to read this series. I've heard nothing but good things. I love Chelsea Curto's other books that I've read. Yeah, I'm gonna eat this up, and I'm pretty sure there's like 3 or 4 of them out, so I can binge a whole hockey series. Yeah, that's amazing. And I can buy them for my birthday, now that I know that that is what we pulled. Yeah, that might be my birthday present to myself. Yeah. So our final book, our 7th and final book, is Face Off by Chelsea Curto for my 12 rec from 12 Friends. That's so exciting. Now, I plan to read other books on my fall TBR like this if I get to them. That one's a higher priority. This is also a higher priority. And again, I want to reread Curated no matter what. And I'm hoping to get to some of the arcs I have, like Fake Skating. Every Step She Takes by Allison Cochran comes out the 2nd of September. Falling Like Leaves by Misty Wilson comes out the 2nd of September as well. This is giving so cute fall vibes. I can't wait to read this. It Happened on a Sunday is another arc I have that comes out in September. I believe the 17th, if I'm not mistaken. I'll put the release date up on the screen, but I'm pretty sure it's the 17th. The Bells by Lacey Dunham comes out the 9th of September. And The Wasp Trap by Mark Edwards comes out the 16th of September. And last but certainly not least, because we know this is getting read as soon as possible, Hot Wax by ML Rio also comes out the 9th of September. This is high priority. I will be reading this in a reading vlog coming very soon. Some other things I plan to read in September. My book club, we decided that we were doing a read of the Poppy War trilogy together. I am maybe the one that suggested we do this. I don't know why, because I know that this is very painful. However, I've been dying to read the Poppy War trilogy, so we're definitely reading the first book, if not the first 2 books in the month of September together. We're just kind of reading it at our own pace, and we have like a chat where we can talk about them, and I cannot wait to read this. I'm also terrified. My book club also decided that we would read Twilight together. This is just kind of an all fall thing. So we're starting Twilight in September. They're on Kindle Unlimited, so I will be reading. I've never read the Twilight series. I've just seen the movies. So I'm actually excited to read them. And hopefully starting that in the month of September, maybe toward the end of September, we'll be reading Twilight. Other new releases in the month of September I'm super excited for. We have Wild Reverence by Rebecca Ross. This comes out the 2nd of September. Dying to read this. I loved Divine Rivals and Ruthless Vows. I need more from this author. Wild Card by Miss Elsie Silver comes out the 9th. We'll be reading immediately. I believe this is the last book in the Rose Hill series before her new series comes out. Last single dad book. Can't wait. Literally can't wait. People Watching by Hannah Bonham Young comes out also on the 9th. This book gives fall, and it's Hannah Bonham Young. I know it's gonna eat. She serves, and I eat. I absolutely love her writing. She wrote Out on a Limb, which is one of my favorite books of all time, and I cannot wait for this. Soul Searching by Lila Sage comes out the 30th. I don't know if I'll read this in the month of September, but it does come out in September, and I believe it's like a ghost romance in a small town. I am sat. I am there. You give me a ghost romance, I am there. I watched Casper 47,000 times as a child. I love that movie. I love a ghost romance. Yeah. I fear I'm the problem, but Casper, when he turned into a real boy, had young Courtney gone. So any ghost romance, I'm set and sold, and I'm there waiting. We'll be first in line to get it. If It Makes You Happy by Julia Olivia comes out the 2nd as well. This is just major fall vibes. It's so cute. I believe it's set in the 90s, which is so cute. And I will be there reading it because I love a fall romance. And finally, Taurus Season by Bren Weaver comes out the 23rd. I need a new Bren Weaver book. I love her books. Love her books. Cannot wait. I believe it's set in a little small town on the East Coast. I'm sure somebody's a serial killer, and that's just what I need. Bren Weaver knows when I need a good serial killer romance. Yep, she's always there. Cannot wait to read this. And that is everything I am hoping to read in September. Everything on my September TBR. Thank you so much if you voted. Again, if you want to participate in future votings, make sure to follow all my socials in the descriptions down below. Or if you just want to come say hey, glad to have you over there too. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. Let me know what you plan to read in September, or if I missed any new releases that you think will be exciting for the month of September. And I'll hopefully see you guys in my next video real soon. Bye guys.